Help me make the right decision. About 1 month ago, I found out that my 32 male partner of 5 years, 31 female, had been cheating on me for the last 18 months on and off with the same guy who lives in the apartment building next to us. It essentially involved her going to spend time with him and sleep with him whenever I was out at work or visiting my family interstate. She said she wanted to go on a break and have a solo travel trip to Bali and Thailand, which turns out was a planned travel trip with this guy. Her behavior changed completely when she got back from her trip, and I was extremely suspicious that something had happened whilst she was away. But I never, for the life of me, suspected that a betrayal of this size was being undertaken. I went through her phone after coming home from work when she was sleeping one night and found photos and messages that confirmed my worst fears. When I confronted her about it, I gave her every chance to tell the truth, asking her if she had ever cheated on me. She denied this and got angry at me for accusing her of this. After more prodding and more denials, I showed her the photos I had found, and she burst into a heap, apologizing and crying. I stormed out and said she had 3 days to get her problems out. When I came back later, I saw how she tried to hurt herself in every possible way. After this, I got her back into the bed to keep her safe. We lived together, and apart from me, spending a weekend back home with my family, we have slept in the same bed every night since I confronted her. She has family overseas and has limited alternatives to where to go for the short term. Her family has always been very good to me, so I made the commitment to not kick her out on the street. The self-harming also was very concerning for me in the early stages. This was 1 month ago, and since then we have fought, laughed, cried, had been on dates and been out with friends. I was told to set boundaries by friends but couldn't keep to them. I have told her numerous times, I can't see past this and move on with the relationship. But then being together and spending time with each other makes me feel as if the relationship is worth saving. Then I think back to all the moments that she lied and all the moments where she said she was elsewhere, but she was with him. She has had another life and another relationship. Essentially, for the past 12 months, I get so angry and so sad. And I don't want this to be the case for the rest of my life. She says she wants to marry me, to have kids with me, to have a future with me. All the things I have wanted to hear in the past 12 months. She is so remorseful and so apologetic, and I have honestly loved the power I have had over the past month. The communication we have had is never better, and our relationship feels stronger since it has come out in the open. Yes, I was extremely naive, and yes, I should have communicated how I was feeling at the time. I should have trusted my gut, but I never wanted to rock the boat, as she had a lot of mental health concerns. But honestly, the thought of never seeing her again breaks my heart. The thought of someone else getting to meet her parents hurts, and the fact that I am losing my best friend hurts the most. I have told her I am moving out, I am going to Bali for a few weeks to clear my head and get away from her, as she has pushed back her move-out date already. Moving into a new place and a new life is going to be ridiculously more expensive than the rent I have, and such a pain to go through. The reality is, I do want to work through things with her and move forward with the relationship, but I don't think I will ever trust her again, like the way I trusted her before. She wants to go to couples therapy, which my therapist said may be useful. Whether or not we want to move forward with the relationship, is this worth working on? Or should I listen to everyone, including myself, and just walk away? I've read thousands of stories here about cheating and the after effects. I've never read a story in which a guy was cheated on, reconciled, and was happy with how the reconciliation worked. The best outcome was some couples stayed together, but the husband or boyfriend never trusted their partner again. But most of the time, the cheating partner cheated again and dumped her boyfriend or husband, or the guy decided he could never get past the cheating and ends it himself. I've never read a story where a guy was cheated on and was happy about how the reconciliation worked out. Never. 18 months is a long time, so she was having another relationship. She had plenty of time to end it, but continued the cheating, as well as the constant lying. She gets very remorseful once she is caught, and I think that has more to do with you catching her than her actually being. Sorry you say you can't see yourself trusting her again, and if this is the case, you need to move on. Trust is vital in any relationship, and if you don't and choose to stay with her, your life will be miserable. Good luck to you. And remember, there is someone out there who will remain faithful for you. And honestly, you should tell her to go to the dude. She was next door. I don't believe she is truly remorseful. As soon as you get comfortable again, she's gonna go back to doing the same as she was doing. The reason I say this is because she went on trips with him. The self-harm stuff she's doing is because she knows that's the only way to keep you, and that is not fair to you at all. Maybe put her in an inpatient facility and then move that, and let her family know she's been threatening to harm herself. That is not healthy for you at all. Story 2. Hi everyone. My friend met this girl in college. This girl had a boyfriend who she dumped for my friend. My girlfriend of 3 years added the boy on Snapchat because she felt bad for him, and she mentioned that he wanted to be friends with us before him and the girl split. I trusted her and thought nothing of it. Me, my family, and my girlfriend went on holiday to my hometown. Something very personal to me. As soon as we arrived, she was on her phone, texting away. I ask her who she's texting, and she tells me she's texting her friend female. So I brush it off and think nothing of it. Over the 5 days holiday, we went on dates, days out, and shopping. She would always ask me for my mobile hotspot to text her mom back. I would always give her it, but would later find out she was texting this boy. Back I bring it up, and she lashes out saying I don't trust her, and if I don't trust her, there's no relationship. I heavily reassured her and told her I did trust her and was explaining how this situation is uncomfortable. She wasn't having any of it and blamed me. We get back from holiday and she tells me she's going to her mom's sister's for the night because they are all going to the beach the next day. I say okay and have fun. She gives me a hug and kiss and tells me to get some sleep, and then she leaves my house 15 minutes later. I get a text saying, if there's no trust, there's no relationship. I am shocked and confused. I'm texting her, asking her where all of this has came from. I call her, and for 14 minutes I'm crying down the phone, telling her that I do trust her and giving her reassurance. She tells me she isn't fixing this argument now, as she has to pack to go to her mom's sister's. I tell her I don't want anything bad to happen to us, and she abruptly hangs up. Later that night, she is still refusing to sort it out. She's saying okay or whatever to anything. I say being really cold after that. She ghosted me. The next day I'm in bed crying. I'm pleading with her to sort this out as I hate arguing. She was refusing and still being cold. I tried to call her and she threatened to block me if I carried on. I told her to enjoy her day, out with family, and left her to it. That night, I'm cleaning my emails. I am signed in on her emails from Christmas. She needed help with postage and tracking. So she signed me in. I see an email receipt. I click on it and it's for an attraction, 2 tickets for that day, and the time she was supposed to be out with her family. I go full panic mode. I'm struggling to stand, and she lives very close to me, so I walked to her place to ask her about it. I knock, her mom answers and calls her to the door from the front door. I can see the door to her room. She came out but closed it, wearing a romper that I bought her for Christmas with her chest out. She told me that I can't come in because she's tired. I ask her about the attraction tickets. She told me that she booked them for us for next week. She lied to my face. I told her I'm not unwise and they were booked for today at 1 p.m. She had the most blank, stunned expression. I asked her if the boy is in there and she said, "What? Who?" I asked her to let me in, and she looked me up and down, gave me a dirty look and said no, then slammed the door in my face and locked it. That is when I knew she had cheated on me. As soon as I left, I got a text saying, "You untrusting fuck," and her kicking off at me. I remove her on everything. When I got home, I deleted all photos and anything I had of her or us. I was so numb. Since then, I have seen them both out and about. They have been on days out, and I heard she took him out, spent over $200 on him on shoes and clothes. Never did that for me in our 3-year relationship. This boy isn't really good looking either. I hate being rude, but he's really scruffy and unkempt in a way. I don't think it's a looks thing, if you understand. A couple days after she contacted me, asking if I knew her Apple ID password, and if I knew how to reset it, I didn't help, but I don't know why she's asking me. She hasn't contacted me since I now only have her on Instagram. I'm not sure why, but I feel the need to keep her on there, so she can see what I get up to and how much I grow or improve without her. She isn't posting him all over social media, but the boy is posting everything they do. I have drained myself trying to help her and her family. Her mom is a drug addict and has bipolar or schizophrenia, so home life for her hasn't been easy. I would clean their flat, I would wash their dishes, I would do their shopping. When her mom was put away in rehab, I let my now ex live at my place for 7 months. Never let her pay for anything. I bought her anything and everything she asked for. I took her places she had always wanted to go to. I really done my best in trying to make her life as best as I could. I don't know why she would do this to me. I need advice. Why isn't she flaunting the relationship? She keeps viewing my stories. She unliked all of my posts on Instagram, but she won't like anything. If I do post, do you think she will ever regret what she did? After everything I've done for her, everything that's happened, I'm struggling to come to terms with why she would do this. The question is, who was she before you two met? The past repeats itself. Is this who she has always been? No ability to maintain a relationship, no staying power. Had she ever cheated on anyone prior to this? A lot if hotly weird and is as nothing. Things cheaters do is because a thing called cognitive dissonance. Some people think the whole world it's to do as they please. They have no ability to truly discern between right and wrong. They are impulsive in infidelity. If there isn't a reason to cheat, they will full-on manufacture a new one. You don't trust her was the one she decided to use against you, and that is exactly what she did. Just move on. Don't contact her. You caught her and she knows it. The best thing you can do is live your best life. You gotta take it to make it. Do not let her see you in pain. This will tear her up because you know. She is going to try to gaslight you and make up some BS story. I know it is hard that why. You got to fake it for a while. Do not protect her. Let friends and family know she cheated that way. She cannot make it seem like you were the issue. Lean on family and friends. The old saying, hit the gym, buy new clothes, and go is great advice. Story 3. My current girlfriend of 3 years cheated on me. We're in a girls' relationship. I'm 18 and she's 17. I found out in April that she had been cheating on me for about 5 months. She cheated on me with a guy she met online, a guy at her school that ended up being my neighbor and a girl, and maybe many more other people. She swore on my life that she did it because of the fact that her dad isn't in her life, and that she just wanted people to hurt. Like, she hurt. She was intoxicated when she would do these acts. It hurts because the way I show love as well is giving her stuff or even buying her things. She can't go out that much and takes the bus. So I'd always get her rides home. I'd sneak around to see her as well. I'm disappointed in myself that I took her back, especially after seeing the video. Ever since I found out she brings up my past mistakes and calls me names. Sometimes I never bring up the fact that she cheated on me because I wanted to forget. But now she's making it seem like I'm the bad guy. I want to get out. She is the most difficult person to talk to, but I just need to know what to do. Because that video haunts me, seeing her kiss on another girl, and even having to know that happens, hurts so much. I don't think she knows how bad it hurts until I do so onto her, but not once have I wanted to. I sense no regret from her. She threw everything out of the window. I'm heartbroken and dumb. Not only does she continue to put herself in situations where she knows she'll betray you, but she's extremely childish and inattentive in how she treats you in arguments. You're young. You have so much of your life to live. Don't live it. Trying to forgive the actions of someone who continues to show you why you shouldn't trust them with your emotions or a relationship. If she really loved you, she wouldn't be weaponizing your past mistakes. She wouldn't even need to use them like that. She obviously has some trauma behind all that, and you don't deserve to be on the receiving end. She needs to get therapy, and you need to start moving on because it's gonna get worse from here. Don't waste your life on this person if she was supposed to be your life partner and she's starting off by cheating. That does not show a lot of good things in your future. When someone does it once and you forgive them, they realize they can take advantage of you again, and you'll forgive them because you're too weak to push them out of your life after betrayal. Overall, there is just no good reason to keep trying for this relationship, in my opinion. Please find the strength and do what you feel is best for you. You are young and the love is real for you. Unfortunately, she doesn't love you. Dump her and be ready for her to move on quickly with multiple people. It's going to suck, but show yourself some respect and grow from this. I failed at this when I was your age, and it's not worth the future heartbreak to chase someone who doesn't love you. Good luck.